Hey there, Detroit sports fanatics. I'm Taylor Phillips, and welcome to Taylor's Detroit Sports on Spreaker. You can also find this and all other episodes of Taylor's Detroit Sports on iHeartRadio. Straight and full Detroit and Michigan sports coverage 100% of the time. If you have any opinions on everything that's going on in the Detroit sports world, call in or send a text message live on the show at 231-429-3668. Also, you can add me on Facebook as Taylor Phillips, online at facebook.com/TaylorGatorPhillips14. Like my Facebook page, Taylor Phillips' Detroit Sports page. Join my Facebook group, Taylor Phillips' Detroit Sports Group. And follow me on Twitter at DT2Phillips with 2 L's.
And welcome to episode 124. Thought I would take last night off just for you all to celebrate celebrate New Year's Day, the countdown and the countdown there too. But I still want to catch up on the Red Wings first, because that occurred before the Michigan State Baylor game. I will get to that I'll get to that after the Wings Devils. I will also preview the Pistons Knicks game on Friday. Plus, Central Michigan men's basketball is in action on the same night, and Detroit Mercy as well. But first, the Red Wings and Devils were scoreless after one period. Not very many shots on goal this contest, especially very few from New Jersey the entire game. They only put 13 on Jimmy Howard. They got one by him first, Joe Whitney, on 2 Brendan Smith turnovers. And typical Brendan Smith. He's just one of those 3 defensemen that keeps turning the puck over constantly in their own defensive zone on the ice. Jonathan Ericsson and Jakob Kindl are the other 2. Jonathan Ericsson went to the penalty box again, but that penalty was killed. But Darren Helm tied it up. Whitney's goal was unassisted. Helm tied it up from Gustav Nyquist and Johan Franzen at 17:56 into the second. Just 2 minutes and 19 seconds after the Whitney goal. That's how it would stand after 2 periods. It would stay that way until the 14:59 mark of the third period, when Henrik Zetterberg tipped the puck in on a Kronwall shot, and with Pavel Datsyuk also assisting, giving the Wings a 2-1 lead with 5:01 to go. And then just 36 seconds later, Darren Helm took the puck away in his own defensive zone and made it through two defensemen, drew a penalty, what appeared to be a penalty shot penalty, and still put one past Devils goaltender Corey Schneider and into the back of the net at 15:35 unassisted. And the Wings led 3-1 the rest of the way. And they would win by that score. To wrap up the year 2014. And after the Capitals beat the Blackhawks in Washington, D.C. at Nationals Park, Troy Brouwer put one past Chicago goaltender Corey Crawford with 23.2 seconds left. The standings look like this. The Red Wings are in third place in the Atlantic Division with 49 points, 1 point behind the second place Montreal Canadiens with 50 points. The Wings are 29-9. Canadiens are 24-11-2. And the Wings are 3 behind the Lightning with 52 points at 24-11-4. The Capitals are in third place in the Metropolitan Division, 6 points behind a tie for first place between the Pittsburgh Penguins and the New York Islanders. The Blackhawks still remain in first place with 52 points, 1 point ahead of the Nashville Predators for the top spot in the Central Division in the Western Conference. The Wings are in fifth place in the Eastern Conference totally. Blackhawks remain in second place in the Western Conference, 2 points behind the Anaheim Ducks. Brouwer's goal was scored with 12.9 seconds left in the game, not 23.2. Whoops. Thanks to NHL.com for the correction, for correcting me. The Wings go on a 3-game Western Canadian road trip, and a 5-game road trip overall. First game of the Western Canada road trip is in Vancouver at 10. Then on Tuesday they go to Edmonton and play the Oilers. Canucks and Oilers. Oilers at 9:30. I think. Yeah, it's at 9:30 on Fox Sports Detroit Plus. The Canucks game is on Fox Sports Detroit. Flames game is on Fox Sports Detroit on Fox Sports Detroit Plus as well. That's also at 9:30. The Canucks are in a four-way tie for 6th place in the West, with the San Jose Sharks, the Flames, and the Winnipeg Jets, with 45 points, 1 point behind the 5th place Los Angeles Kings. There is no preview yet for the Wings Canucks game on Saturday. Then they head to Washington and play the Capitals, who just beat the Blackhawks, like I mentioned before. At 7 on Fox Sports Detroit. This is a 6-game road trip, actually. Then on Tuesday the 13th, a week from Tuesday, they're in Buffalo at 7 against the Sabres on FSD. And a week from Thursday, 2 weeks from today, actually. Well, today's now Friday. 2 weeks later from yesterday. They go to St. Louis and play the Blues at 8 on FSD. You can catch all the Red Wings games on the radio on 97.1 The Ticket, WXYT FM HD1 in Southfield, and in the entire Detroit area, Metro Detroit area, and on the Red Wings Radio Network affiliates, and on NHL games, NHL.com, and on the NHL Game Center mobile app. Let's move on to the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic between the Michigan State Spartans and the Baylor Bears in college football. Pretty even first quarter. A seesaw, in fact. Jeremy Langford scored a 2-yard touchdown run. Just 2:33 into the game. Then Baylor struck back with a KD Cannon 49-yard reception for a touchdown with 8:56 left in the opening quarter, tie the game up at 7. Then the Spartans went back up 14-7 with 5:06 to go in the first, with an R.J. Shelton 11-yard touchdown run. Then Baylor tied it back up at 14 with 2:32 left in the first with a Corey Coleman 53-yard touchdown pass from Jay Lee. The cannon pass was from Bryce Petty. That's the way it would end. That's the way the first quarter would end, tied at 14. And from there, Baylor would roll, starting in the second quarter. A 1-yard rushing touchdown by Bryce Petty. And then a Chris Callahan 25-yard field goal to give Baylor a 24-14 halftime lead. Then the third quarter, they wouldn't stop there. With the Bears, K.D. Cannon with another home run ball, 74 yards out. They made it 31-14. They would make it 34-15. Just about 3 minutes later. "28 seconds into the third quarter, into the second half, Cannon scored that touchdown. Chris Callahan got the 46-yard field goal up and good. Make it 34-14. But the Spartans would not die. Jeremy Langford with a 2-yard touchdown run with 6:50 left, 34-21. But Baylor would respond right away with a Laquan McGowan 18-yard touchdown pass from Bryce Petty with 4:03 left in the third, 41-24. But in the fourth quarter, MSU would score 21 answered points, all on touchdowns from Hosea Price from 8 yards out with 12:09 to go, Jeremy Langford from 1 yard out with 4:55 left. And then after a blocked field goal attempt from Baylor blocked by Michigan State, who carried it to the Bears' 45-yard line. MSU took it inside the 10 on fourth down, setting up 3 plays. First two passes were high at the 10-yard line, and then the third one was right on target from Connor Cook to Keith Mumphrey, who made the catch in the end zone, in the middle of the end zone with 17 seconds left to tie the game, and Michael Geiger would make the PAT to give the Spartans the lead, their first lead since 14-7, with 5:06 left in the first quarter. Then Bryce Petty on 3rd and 23 threw an interception to Mac Tabola with 7 seconds left. Then Michigan State, after taking an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty after the play, which didn't matter, took a knee. Won 42-41 to win the Goodyear 2015 Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic. A thrilling finish to end MSU's 2014-15 college football season. Speaking of which, other scores in NCAA football bowl action. Oregon demolished Florida State the Ducks beat the Seminoles 59-20 in the Northwestern Mutual Rose Bowl. And just about an hour and a half ago, Ohio State finished, the Ohio State Buckeyes just finished holding off the Alabama Crimson Tide 42-35. So it'll be the Baylor Bears and the Ohio State Buckeyes on the 12th this month on a Monday. And I can't wait that long. I wish it was like January 8th or 9th or the 10th. "11 days away, 11 days from New Year's Day." Man, that's a bit of a long time. Just turn them loose. Get it on already. Okay, the Pistons take on the Knicks at 7:30 this Friday. It's coming up later tonight. "98-95 was the first meeting in favoring the Pistons at the Palace. See if I can get a preview on mlive.com. I actually can't, unfortunately, but I do have some update. I do have at least one update. On them, they assigned rookie guard Spencer Dinwiddie to the D-League Grand Rapids Drive. Pistons and Knicks 7:30 on Fox Sports Detroit and Detroit Sports 105.1 WMGC-FM HD1 Royal Oak in the Detroit area. Also on the Detroit Pistons Radio Network affiliates. Look them up online at Detroit Pistons. Look them up online in the radio affiliates section on Pistons.com, at Pistons.com. You can also stream the Pistons online at DetroitSports1051.com and on the Detroit Sports 1051 mobile app on your smartphone, on your iPhone or Google Play, on your Samsung, BlackBerry, or Droid. or Microsoft phone. Also, Central Michigan Chippewa's men's basketball team takes on Central Pennsylvania College at McGurk Arena at 7. Chippewas are playing really good basketball. There's no way Central Pennsylvania College would beat the Chippewas. It's my school. Fire up, Chips. So that's going to do it for Taylor's Detroit Sports episode 124. I will talk to you on 125 sometime soon. Apparently after the Pistons Knicks game. TTFN, ta-ta for now.